Alright, so I don't know if I fucked up or if OBS fucked up, but basically, I started recording and I have like 2 seconds of footage for chapters 19 and 20. I have 2 seconds of footage of me loading into chapter 20 saying alright and then nothing. So I don't know if I double clicked the record button on OBS or if it just stopped recording. It's not because my hard drive was full. I checked, I have like 100 gigabytes of space free. So I really have no idea. And I'm sorry. I've been an idiot. I haven't been cycling my saves, so that's just how it's going to be. We're not going to see chapters 19 and 20, which I feel really bad about. So, if you want to see chapters 19 and 20, if you really want to see them, let me know. And I'll see what I can do. If not, we're going to move on with the playthrough. I'll keep you guys updated on I can update you on what happened. Chapter 19 was easy as shit. Obviously, you saw me fuck up. I don't remember if there was a death or if I was just like fighting Naysala was going to be a pain in the ass, so I restarted. But either way, I restarted that, and I did the thing where you talk to Naysala with Janef, and he flies off with all his boys, and then basically just fucked the rest of the chapter with Ike and Jill. Chapter after that, I didn't have a support with Jill and Mist yet, so I just bodied the chapter with Ike. Killed Shiharim with him. Felt bad about it. And now we go to chapter 21. Oscar and Tanith's actually one of my favorite supports, like series of supports in this game. So I would recommend you check that one out. Let's see. Get rid of some of that stuff. I guess I'll give Oscar Heavy Spear, and I want to get him a Javelin too. Armory. I kind of want to just give him a Silver Lance too. I don't think he needs the Laguz Lance right now. So take that. Oh, he can't use the Silver Lance yet, though. Jesus fuck, dude. God, weapon ranks in this game are so bad. It's so easy to get weapon rank, and all your units start with such high weapon rank in Radiant Dawn, I'm just not even thinking about it. Tomahawk's a B rank X in this game. I don't remember if this was in the lost footage, so I'm going to repeat it on the off chance that it was, but basically this might have been in just like an episode from the other day, and in that case you guys are going to be like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot, we already heard this. But yeah, I was talking about how it's weird because the Tomahawk is an S-ranked axe in Radiant Dawn, and the Silver Axe is which is the equivalent of an A rank in this game, right? Because of the double S moves everything up one. And the Silver Axe is an A-ranked axe in Radiant Dawn, which is the equivalent of a B rank in this game, but the Silver Axe is an S rank in this game, or is an A rank in this game, and the Tomahawk's a B rank, so I just think it's weird that they switched those. Don't know why they did that. But I might have already talked about that, so I'm not going to go off on it as much, because I don't remember. That was a really good level up, by the way. Holy shit, Ike. I realize we're actually sort of bearing down on the Black Knight chapter here. So I do kind of want to get Ike reasonably leveled up, because I mean, obviously you don't actually have to fight and beat the Black Knight, but I kind of like to. I prefer to. I think it's more fun that way. So I'm gonna try to get Ike leveled up like that. You also get a slightly better unit for beating the Black Knight than you do for running away. Let's see. Ike's capped strength and... Okay, well, I guess he doesn't need the Night Ring anymore, then. Oh, wait, no, the Night Ring's the one that gives him Canto. Never mind, he's keeping that forever. yeah, other than that, it's crazy. It's crazy going back after basically... I mean, my obviously bonus experience is only really a thing in Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, and my last playthroughs of those two games have been 2 Radiant Dawn hard mode and 1 Path of Radiance hard mode. So bonus experience in my mind is just such a scarce resource that I really don't even... I barely know what to do with all the bonus experience I've been getting in this playthrough. So as you can see, I poured a shit ton of it into Jill. Yeah, she capped speed in that, not in last chapter, but the prior chapter. Obviously I couldn't deploy her in last chapter, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we promoted Astrid. I'm pretty sure that was... Yeah, that was a while ago. That's nothing. That's no news to you guys. Alright. Without a king, we return to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Actual gameplay now. The castle gates are open. Oh, is this the Tornado chapter already? Jesus Christ, I really am close to the Black Knight chapter. Fuck. We don't need Janaf for this one. Oh, we do need Volk, though. Yikes. I feel like it's a... I guess we won't deploy Astrid. I guess I poured so much experience into Astrid thinking I was going to use her. Because I wasn't really... Again, I would bench Soren. But I want him to get ace support with Ike. And I also want to see more of his support with Stefan. But you know what? I might just give up on that and bring Astrid. Yeah, probably. Fuck, whatever, dude. Volk probably doesn't need to be that far up. Because he's going to be sort of... I want Race in there. That doesn't really matter. Volk's going to be sort of taking the back line. And just, like, going and opening chests after everyone else has cleared out all the actual threats. Are there sleep staves on this chapter? I vaguely remember there being sleep staves. Maybe I'm completely insane. Oh yeah, also Ina's the boss. She has fucking better stats than she does in Path of Radiance, and yes, there are sleep staves. That's pretty annoying. It might just be 1 sleep staff. Magic over 2, so he's only got set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I guess he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's annoying. Whatever, we'll have to deal with it. The prophecy of the Dad Slayer didn't come true. Because Jill and Mist didn't get ace support. Which is weird. I know that, like, so support building in this game is a combination of turns spent adjacent to each other and number of chapters deployed together. Is that correct, or am I, again, thinking of Radiant Dawn? And I guess I'll just sing for Ike. Because again, I am going to sort of force myself to use Ike more in the coming chapters. Just to get all that experience. I can't believe we're still facing unpromoted enemies. I think that's part of why this game is so much easier. Then again, I guess, like... Radiant Dawn, it's a different comparison with Radiant Dawn. I'm trying to think at what point in games like Shadow Dragon do you start facing exclusively promoted enemies? Because obviously by the final chapter there are only promoted enemies, and then the chapter before that's all Manicheets. And then let's see. Wow, he almost one-shots this guy. He fucking does 22 damage with an iron sword. That's insane, Ike. Dink. Yeah, and then the chapter before that is the Garnif chapter, which is all promoted enemies, unless I'm complete. Wait, no. Garnif isn't right before that, is he? Shit. Now my Shadow Dragon memories. I mean, my memory of, like, chapter order is all whacked out of shit and everything. Like, if I think about the story for a few minutes, I can usually piece it together, but my actual memory of just which chapter comes before which is completely fucked. I'm so paranoid now. I'm gonna, like, keep making sure OBS is still recording. It really triggered me. Losing fucking 2 whole chapters of footage. To be fair, it's like, you really didn't miss anything with chapter 19, because it took us, I think, like 7 minutes to complete the whole chapter, and most of that was just waiting for enemies to move. All I did was fly Jill up, kill the ballista, talk to Naysala with Janaf, and then Titania's gonna get put to sleep here. I'll put her like here. Yeah, so then I talked to Naysala with Janaf, and fucking he left, and then like I flew Jill over and killed the boss. And I actually meant to stay and farm for some experience, but I forgot that it was a defeat boss chapter, so I just flew Jill over, killed the boss, and then the chapter ended. I was like, yikes, oops. The chapter after that, I think it was a little longer, but it only took like 7 turns. So we took the, because it's a siege chapter, you just like run Ike up there and kill Shiharam. There was like one scary moment where Rayson took a hit from an enemy fighter or something, and it almost one-shot him, and I was a little stressed about that, but it was fine. Yeah, I can reach the warrior if Oscar kills this guy, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, nice. Killer Lance 1 rounds, even if he doesn't crit, but Oscar's an overachiever. Can I kill the warrior with an iron sword? Almost. That's really unfortunate for this guy. He has fucking 6 hit on Ike. This is a promoted enemy, too. Ridiculous. And, like, yeah, he's facing weapon triangle disadvantage, but 6% hit. Even with weapon triangle advantage, that's only 26, right? That's still horrible. Astrid can probably take this guy. Holy shit, she can take this guy. Nice. That's really funny. Yeah, I wonder. Let's see. Jill. What to do with my most useful unit? I guess build axe rank, honestly. Because I want to get her an axe rank transfer for Radiant Dawn. I don't know if you can do that. Can you only transfer if you reach S rank? And she obviously can't reach S rank in axes? I don't think so. I can't imagine they would do that. Oh, Titania actually doesn't do much to this guy. Yeah, I was talking about who I thought was going to be the MVP of this run, and I actually don't think it's going to be Titania, because I haven't, like, looking at her now, she's kind of weak, given the unit that she is. Like, I think I haven't fed her much experience directly, because I've used her to chip and feed kills to a lot of my other units, because I've been trying to fuck around and get experience on the Myrmidons and shit. So I think as a result, my Titania actually hasn't gotten as many levels as she would in a playthrough where I was just trying to play the game optimally. Or semi-optimally, at least. I'm just like running Ike right up here, because he's a god and he can do whatever he wants at this point in the game. I mean, yeah, this is like, after his promotion, Ike really starts to pop off. It's just a shame that his promotion's late, because he's still sword locked, and he's still only has 7 moves, so he still has his limits, but combat-wise, he becomes a really strong unit after his promotion. It's just like he's still missing a few obvious things, like 1-2 range, and... Fuck, does she really only have 1 use on the... God, that's depressing. But yeah, it really is a shame, because he could be a pretty godly unit if he got Ragnell earlier. Because once he gets Ragnell, he actually becomes probably, you know, one of your best combat units at least. So she one-shots this guy with the Silver Lance, but I'm building axe rank, so 2 hits with the axe is actually nice. I might just use arm scrolls on her instead of selling them. I think I will do that, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot about this fucker. What a dipshit. Like, for a boss who's actually featured in conversations prior to this map, you know, you expect him to not be a complete pushover, and then he has fucking 36 HP. He's an absolute dipshit. He can't do anything. It's like, it's kind of disappointing, to be honest. Like, I mean, the closest comparison I can think of is Septimus in Radiant Dawn. And even Septimus, whose character would lead you to believe that he's going to be a total pushover and not going to be able to do anything, is significantly more powerful than that guy. Like, I mean, whatever. It's Radiant Dawn. You still have units that can one-round him, especially if you've trained your Har, but, like, even Septimus is less of a pushover than that guy, which is kind of sad. I'm trying to think. Are there any other characters like that in this game? Well, I mean, like, the other ones are the 4, which obviously aren't pushovers at all. Especially the Burger King himself. But even, like, Patrine's not an easy boss. She's, I mean, whatever. You can just go with a Night Slayer or something, and yeah, she's a pretty easy boss if you do that, but she's not a complete pushover like that guy. Renning, spoiler alert, not a pushover either. I think it is kind of cool that we have a lore character like, what's his name, Lavanga, Fiona's dad. I think it's cool that he exists in the in the Tellius games without actually ever appearing on screen. We just sort of know about him, and we can assume he's a pretty powerful dude. Although, you know, his daughter certainly doesn't live up to that. That's another too bad one. That's like that's the first time. I mean, so Radiant Dawn's unique in that you have like no early mounted units. You don't get a mounted unit until Fiona. And it's also unique in that your early mounted unit, Fiona, sucks major ass. Like, I can't think of another game like that in the series. Like, let's see. Yeah, no, just there's no other game like that. In this game, you have Oscar. Oscar's a fucking beast, and you get Kieran. Those are your Christmas paladins essentially, and those guys are both beasts. They're both really good units in this game. And then Shadow Dragon, you have Abel and Cain, who are both pretty competent units. You also, I mean, obviously you get Titania and Jagan, respectively, in those games, and those guys are both insane. But, like, in terms of your Christmas Cavaliers, like, Oscar and Kieran are both competent units. Abel and Cain are both competent units. Kyle's okay. Ford is not that good. Kyle isn't great either, to be honest, but then you have Franz in FE8, who's insanely good. Franz is a ridiculously good unit. And so, yeah, it's like, Radiant Dawn is really the first one where you just get this complete dog shit Cavalier to start out with. And you don't actually... And she's actually... I mean, like, Jill's a flyer, but Fiona's your only mounted unit in Part 1. It's a very unique game in the Fire Emblem series. Although, I mean... You could say that about all of them, except Sacred Stones, which is really just trying to be Gaiden. But... Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. Sacred Stones is one of my favorite Fire Emblem games, but it is really... It's not very unique. It doesn't really do much that Gaiden doesn't do. But it's a good game. It's even actually... Yeah, well, whatever. We won't get into that too much. We can talk more about Sacred Stones and Gaiden. If I play Sacred Stones / Gaiden / Echoes... Which I probably will. I really have been itching to play Sacred Stones again. It's been at least... It's been like 3 years since I've played Sacred Stones. Maybe more. Actually, almost definitely more. That's insane to me. That's too long. I really like Sacred Stones. I should play it again. That might be the next one we play on this channel. Go in reverse order. Sacred Stones, and then do FE7. That would actually be a good idea, because I also have not played FE7 in a while. This fucker's gonna put Jill to sleep. She has the full guard, so I'm not worried about that sniper there, but she also dodges, because she's a fucking monster. Actually, does Astrid have the longbow? Because I could just... Wait, no, you can't. These games are realistic. You can't shoot through walls like you can in other Fire Emblem games. Oh, lots of reinforcements. Lots and lots of reinforcements. Should we send someone else back to help these guys? Let's see. Let's see how they fare on their own. Well, it's looking like Oscar's going to take this guy out no problem, and he's the pre-promote of this group, so... I'm thinking they're not going to have much trouble. Call me crazy, but I'm thinking they're going to be just fine on their own. Oh, this guy's got a killer axe, though. No bows. Killer axe, 26 attack. What's the might on the killer axe? 12, so 26 attack against Tanith's 15 defense, so that's a 27 damage hit. Yikes. That is a yikes from me. Wow, Volk, you are not that good. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I really haven't trained you at all, huh? Does Tanith not one-round this guy? Wow, she really doesn't, huh? Is he gonna kill Volk? 25 attack, 9 defense. Yeah, he's gonna kill Volk. Whatever, I can rescue drop. I'll pretend this was the strat all along and I'm just rescue dropping him to get him up there faster. You wanna push Titania down already? Oh yeah, Astrid Longbow. Fuck! Oh, well that's one use of the sleep staff wasted, fortunately. And Jill has 24 defense, so I'm looking at these guys and thinking I don't have anything to worry about there. Even if she gets put to sleep, they literally do 0 damage to her, so... That's pretty alright. And here we're gonna go for the big strat. I'm gonna actually clear out these rooms. Mia just procced Adept on a door. Good job. What a goat. Fuck. Oh, I stopped myself from doing that twice with Oscar and Ike, and then I finally fucked up with Mia. I knew it was coming. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. God damn it. Oh, that's so fucking annoying, dude. I hate that they put, like, rescue and shove at the top. Like, put the normal commands that people are gonna autopilot to at the top. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I mean, I know I'm just an idiot, but at the same time... I want Ike in front, even though he can't take them on enemy phase, because he's Ike, and he needs the experience. So that he can take out the Burger King. Oh, fuck. Zahark's not going to dodge it. Oh, he is, because he's a god. It's not based on speed, though. Your dodge for stabs is based on your resistance stat, isn't it? Or is that just in Sacred Stones? Because I know... Oh, well, in, like, GBA Fire Emblem, I know that's the case. So I always assumed it was the case in Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. But I actually don't know. Alright, nice. He got speed and res. I can definitely work with that. I mean, his strength and skill are capped, so keep that in mind. He's such a good unit, dude. I guess, like, he's not, is the thing, but it is really satisfying to watch him just body things at one range. If he had 1-2 range, he would be a god, which is why he's so good when he gets Ragnar. Because he is a really good unit when you just put him up against units that are one range locked. It is just like the difference. I think the primary difference between Path of Radiance Ike and Radiant Dawn Ike, combat wise, is when they get Ragnar. I mean, also there's the other obvious difference of like Wind Edges and Storm Swords and Tempest Blades existing in Path of Radiance, or in Radiant Dawn rather. So it's like Ike just gets this huge... The primary difference between Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn Ike is the weapons that he has available. Like, Radiant Dawn Ike gets early Ragnar. Mia can probably take these guys, right? Or, like, relatively early Ragnar, at least. It's not... He doesn't have it immediately, but he gets it. Sorry, my friend's texting me. He finds out if he got into Harvard tomorrow, so that's kind of a big deal for him. But yeah, so it's like Path of Radiance Ike is really, like, combat stats wise relative to enemy units about as good as Radiant Dawn Ike. Like, his combat parameters, he doubles pretty much everything, just like Radiant Dawn Ike. He's doing about as much damage, or about as significant a percentage of enemy health with each attack. And he's just generally, like, he performs well at one range, but the difference between Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn is in Radiant Dawn you have Storm Swords and Tempest Blades, which allow Ike to utilize 1-2 range for his entire availability in the game. And you also get Ragnar at 311, I would like to say. It's the Dan Bridge chapter where you fight Petrine in Path of Radiance. And I want Jill not to kill Tarneo, so yeah, I'm gonna put her here. So it's like Ike has Ragnar for chapter... Why are you fucking stupid? Hello? Ike has Ragnar in in Radiant Dawn for 2 chapters in Part 3, 2 chapters in Part 4, and all of Endgame, which is essentially 5 chapters. So he has it for 9 chapters in Radiant Dawn out of the, I want to say, about like 19 or 20 chapters that he's available. So he has it for almost half of his availability in game. Whereas in Path of Radiance he has it for fucking... He gets it in, like, I don't remember the exact chapter numbers, but it's, I can tell you he has Ragnar for a lot less than 50% of his availability in Radiant Dawn, or in Path of Radiance. I can tell you that with confidence without looking at anything. And, you know, obviously the obvious counter-argument to that is, yeah, but he is available for a lot more of Path of Radiance, so wouldn't that make him a better unit in Path of Radiance? And actually, yes, like, his availability in Path of Radiance is a point for Path of Radiance, like, over Radiant Dawn Ike, for sure. But it's not enough of a point, just because, like, even though he's... Fuck off, Stefan. Fucking Astra on a door. Good job, bud. Oh, he can take these guys. No problem at all. Even though he's available for a lot longer in Path of Radiance... Wow, she actually doesn't want... I didn't even look. the majority of that, he's locked to swords, which is actually, like, which is a bigger deal in Path of Radiance, at least hard mode wise, because he's not. It's fucking him on weapon triangle essentially, and in a lot of situations. In the early chapters, when you face a lot of axe units, it doesn't fuck his weapon triangle as much. Oh shit! She doesn't one round him. It's okay as long as she doesn't crit. If she crits, I have to restart, and that actually triggers me. Okay, here's a strat. Here's a strat, so I don't have to restart. But yeah, it's fucking him on weapon triangle, because in Radiant Dawn hard mode you don't have a weapon triangle to worry about. And actually, can he recruit himself on? Yeah, he can't at all. So whatever, no point. And it's also fucking him because there's no one range, or there's literally no two range option for him for the vast majority of the game. So it's like, yeah, availability is a point in Path of Radiance Ike's favor, but it's pretty much the only point in Path of Radiance Ike's favor. Everything else favors Radiant Dawn Ike, because it's not even that the unit itself is necessarily a lot better. Like, combat-wise, what the fuck? Is that really his... He's like... Wow, I want to see his recruitment now. It's not that, like, the unit itself is so much better. Like, the combat is... Ike's combat is relatively the same, like, compared to the enemy units between Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. It's just that the circumstances of the game allow Ike and Radiant Dawn to really shine where Ike and Path of Radiance can't. It's sort of like the Wyvern classes in Radiant Dawn, part of the reason they shine so brightly is that they have the best weapon type in the game. They have, like, fucking... Like, that class just... Well, actually, that's not a good example, because that class actually gets buffs specific... Like, direct buffs specific to the game as well. But axe units in Radiant Dawn in general are better than they are in most Fire Emblem games because they have the best weapon type. Just because axes are strong. You know, it's like an indirect buff to them. Whereas the availability of two-range swords in Radiant Dawn is an indirect buff to all sword-wielding units relative to pretty much any other Fire Emblem game where you have either extremely limited or essentially non-existent two-range swords. This is the only two-range sword I know of in this game, for example, and you get it at, like, chapter 18 or some shit. Alright, I want to see Tarneo's recruitment conversation, because that was, like, a very brutal thing for him to say for a unit that we recruit. Why are you staring at me like that? I have one question to ask you. Your swordsmanship is familiar. Who taught you to fight in this way? To my knowledge, that style is used by only one friend. Oh, right, that's why he recruits, because it's Grail. Interesting. I will not fight you. The world can't lose Gwen's style of swordsmanship. You would get your shit pushed in, dude. You would be fucked over so hard. So unbelievably hard by this guy. I'll show you in a moment here. Tarneo, how badly you were fucked if you didn't recognize your old friend's style of swordsmanship in this little bugger. Get this shit out of here. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. 26 strength, 27 skill, 22 speed, 23 defense. Tarneo, you would have been doing 12 damage. Impressive. Not gonna lie. You would, however, have been taking 9 damage. Is my math right? 22, 31, yeah, 9 damage. And you would have been doubled. And that's with a fucking iron sword. He had a steel blade a moment ago, which has a lot more might than an iron sword, so you would have been taking fucking whatever damage Ike does with a steel blade. I don't know the might of the steel blade off the top of my head. Twice in a single turn. Well, you would have, 12 damage is nothing to sneeze at, but this guy would have fucked you over. You are lucky, my friend. You don't need to go filleting yourself. Doing the world a favor by not losing Gawain's style of swordsmanship. You're scared because you know Gawain's better than you. I mean, he's better than everyone, though. Spoiler alert, as we find out in Radiant Dawn, the only reason the Black Knight was able to beat him is because he was fighting left-handed, because after he touched the medallion, went insane, and killed Ike's mother, he severed all of the tendons in his right hand so that he could no longer wreak that kind of havoc if he ever happened to touch the medallion again. So he was fighting with his offhand with an axe instead of Ragnell. It was just not his day. Or he was past the point where he could really do much. Tarnia's stats are actually pretty nice. He's another unit that has an indirect buff, and a much more subtle indirect buff in Radiant Dawn than, I know I could have chanted for 2 units, but I want to chant for Ike. He's a unit that had a much more subtle indirect buff in Radiant Dawn, where he's buffed in Radiant Dawn because he joins much earlier than he does in Path of Radiance. As a result, he is pretty much just straight up your most powerful unit, by far, when you get him in Part 1 of Radiant Dawn. And also, just because the Dawn Brigade sucks so much ass, he's necessary to get through Part 3, at least on hard mode as well. He's really useful for holding certain choke points in, 312 and 313. Whereas in this game, he's just not a good unit. He doesn't do much for you at all. Ike gets speed. That's important. That's all. The only stat I really care about him getting anymore. Defense is nice, but I really mostly just give a shit about him getting speed. Other than that, he can do whatever he wants. And now we're going to be spending a long time running Volk around, opening all these chests, because I, again, did not bring any chest keys. So you know what's going to happen, actually. We're going to get the rescue drop squad here. Get a unit that actually has decent move to keep up with Tanith. And because we're going to kill the boss probably on this or the next turn. I'm not actually thinking about her stats and remembering that Path of Radiance Ina is actually fairly powerful. I'm not sure I'll be able to kill her on this turn. Rayson actually has stats in this game. It's kind of weird. I forgot to equip the Nightband on him. That's pretty funny. I could do 60 damage this turn, but it is unlikely. Mist, why don't you heal your brother? Oh, she can actually heal him. Yeah, she can heal him when he's across from Ina fighting her. I want to be near the one I love. Yeah, that's... Ina's story in this game is incredibly sad, and I'm not going to get into it, but it's really sad. They really go after the whole star-crossed lovers thing in this game, and it makes you hate Ashnard in a way that you really like. It makes you hate Ashnard in a different way, because obviously Ashnard's a piece of shit. That's not news to anyone playing this game, but this is like him being an absolute piece of fucking garbage. Wow, Ina, you're just a pain in my ass, huh? Alright, and unfortunately, Ike actually can't attack her twice, because if he takes damage twice, which he's likely to do, given her 90-something% hit rate, he'll actually die. So, we're going to chip with Jill, if you wish to extend your short lifespan. Yeah, also dragons don't have 1-2 range in this game, which makes them a lot worse. No, chip with Titania as well. That's not very good chip, my friends. That's not very good chip. How about you, Tarnia? You can do 9. 9, 9, 9. Nice job. Fuck. Fuck! I assumed that one of them would be able to pick him up. Regal Sword does 16. Yeah, this does 20. And if it crits, he kills her this turn. If not, there's a small chance he dies. Because I am gonna, yeah. I'm gonna go for it. If Ike dies, I'm gonna be mad as fuck, but I'm gonna go for, actually, here's the strat. Kanto OP. Yeah, she can do it over that wall, she just can't do it over the really thick wall. Never mind, we're good. Ike's gonna kill Ina this turn. Not that, like, there's any rush on killing Ina. We have plenty of time. I just don't really want to sit here and let her use her elixir and heal back to full 3 fucking times. Like, we're gonna be on this chapter for a while, because Volk still needs to get all the chests. But there you go. Ina's gone down. I guess it's not really a kill, because she's still technically alive after this. Wow, you got no fucking experience from that, huh? What the hell? Alright. There's a way we can speed up this process further. Woo! Tanith has 9 move. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's our real rescue chain right there, ladies and gentlemen. We get corrosion. Figured that even if they couldn't pick up Volk, they could probably pick up Rayson. Just an educated guess on my part there. Although, now that I think about it, he doesn't really need to be here, does he? God fucking damn it, man. Ah. Whatever. We still, like, even if we waste 1 turn dropping him, we still got him here way faster than we ever would have. Just walking, or even with Rayson singing for him. You know what? Volk's just gonna open that fucking door. I could rescue chain Rayson down here. I don't think it's really worth it at this point. I think, like, turn-wise it would probably save us some time, but actual time-wise it wouldn't save us anything. Because ending turn is pretty fast. Now, I know that Wrath Resolve Ike is a thing that a lot of people like to do. But, like, wow. Yeah, really fucking over the slow players, huh? But where the fuck do you get Wrath and Resolve? Because I don't have either skill that I can give to Ike yet, because you can't take skills off of other units here. Bitch. Go to Palmeni Temple. Beep, beep, beep. I might try to get the Ashera staff, but it's also kind of a pain in the ass. Ike was MVP. Not particularly surprising. I probably would have guessed Jill, though, to be honest. It's one of those things where it's like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that's the one where you learn that you can just shove the priests out of the way if you don't want to kill them. For people who read everything but can't figure shit out on their own. You're going straight to the bench, my friend. That was the only chapter you're ever going to be deployed in. Well, you're never being deployed in any chapters, but... Alright, Jill. Arms scroll. Excuse me? Oh, because she doesn't have a axe equipped. I really want to get her axe rank up. Hello? Where's the other arm scroll? Am I blind? I am. I haven't used occult on anyone because the occult skills in this game aren't that good. So it's like... I haven't felt the need to give anyone an occult skill because none of them are particularly worthwhile. I guess if I were going to give one to anyone, it would probably be Oscar. I know I could have given Oscar and Boyd the arm scrolls and given them the ability to use silver, but I don't. They're going to get there fine, and I don't care about their weapon rank transfers. God, the silver blade has fucking no uses in this game. Stefan, I know, can use a silver sword because he can use the Vig Cotty. I think I'm actually going to end this video here, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video coming out tomorrow, hopefully.